boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock it down.
Feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I feel like a boss right now. Talk down the man right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shorty oughta been my me. Ooh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never all left, yeah.
Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Dimes, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they come. Yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission. I'm just young and I'm living. Yeah,
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze. What is going on? Why it all start going wrong?
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feel it, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. Into the juke. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Hurry, hurry. Move, move. Hide, hide.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A huge play. There right off the bat. 68 yards. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Trubisky will throw. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now the rookie from Notre Dame, it's Josh Adams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. All right, here we go. 319! 319!
On 2nd down now, Adams. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Detroit! Detroit! 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot, hot.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. That's McKenzie. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Barney, Barney.
On 1st down, Adams. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage. Back at the 43-yard line.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. got you now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
On second down, Adams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gun! Everyone got 4 down. Detroit! 58 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January, but if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in, so a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Play action. It's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top. And the defense loses him. It's complete. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Howard on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st down, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
They'll begin here with Adams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
On second down now, Adams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Here's Allen to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On the toss play, Howard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Move.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. This is Howard, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Come on, gotta go.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
On first down, Allen. And his throw here is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Over.
On 2nd down, Adams. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Watch you now, Barney. Detroit. Over.
On play action, Allen. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Detroit. Gun.
Allen now on first down, being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, it's Logan. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. Watch 19. Detroit! Gun! Detroit!
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills are in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On second down now, Adams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run again with Adams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Logan. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Allen off the play fake. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Watch you now, Barney.
They'll run on first down. Adams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch you now, Barney.
They come up in an offset
All
eye.
right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down now, Adams. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
No. Check. Patriot. 58, boys. 58, Mike.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give to Howard. Dances by him, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Flushed it. Now Trubisky lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and a mile. They go play action. Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Now it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Trubisky to throw, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And the lead is down to 2. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They start on the ground with Adams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Allen looks to throw on second down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Bills on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action with Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Bills have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On first down, Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run the counter. Adams. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Detroit! Detroit! Switch. Watch it now, Barney.
Again, here's Adams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. You got four down. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Gun.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Red, up.
Mike's 50. Check right.
18.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. On the right side, this is Miller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got it.
The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Over. Watch it now, Barney. Sponge. No.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game. Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner? Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right. Throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine. I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway. He called you laddie? He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me. Throw left side, complete. That's Burton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
18.
Back to throw. And, a crusher then. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bills, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.